There was still more heavy bombing in parts of Gaza that are unfortunately still packed with civilians. And Israel also began to move troops and armored vehicles over the border into Gaza. But much of this war may be fought not on the streets of Gaza, but beneath them, where Hamas is believed to have built an elaborate network of tunnels where they're also hiding hostages. Ramy Inocencio is in Tel Aviv with more on this. Ramy, they call it the Gaza Metro, and a kind of grim joke. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Tony. Yes, that's right. The new phase in Israel's invasion into Gaza has now continued on into its third day. As for Israel aiming for those tunnels, for those Hamas tunnels, they're trying to eliminate them, and they've been saying over the past few days they've been targeting hundreds of them underground under the Gaza Strip.
Network of tunnels underneath. It looks like a spider web.
When Hamas took 85-year-old Israeli Yocheved Lifshitz hostage, she saw with her own eyes a secret subterranean world few outside Gaza have ever seen.
Beneath the streets of Gaza lies an underground city.
Israel's army claims this is where Hamas plans and carries out attacks.
Destroying Hamas means destroying this tunnel network.
A labyrinth of passages, shafts, and rooms believed to stretch more than 300 miles and possibly to a depth of more than 200 feet. Nicknamed the Gaza Metro, used to ambush and assault.
How crucial are the tunnels under Gaza to Hamas?
They're pivotal for anything that the Hamas has planned to do and will probably also execute.
Joel Raskin is an expert on Gaza's tunnels, studying their evolution over half a century. Dug by hand and basic tools, early narrow tunnels were used to smuggle goods in from Egypt, later for weapons, now modernized for attack and virtually undetectable.
The geology of the Gaza Strip is ideal for tunnel digging and maintaining, but it's very complex for tunnel detection based on the abundant layers of sediment.
Raskin shows me his rendering of a cross-section that Israel's military could be up against. Attack shafts near the Israel border, defense shafts further back, artillery pads below the surface, and tunnels linked to apartment blocks and hospitals for escape.
Hamas terrorists operate inside and under Shifa Hospital and other hospitals in Gaza with network of terror tunnels.
Al-Shifa Hospital is Gaza's biggest. The tunnels that Israel claims run under it in focus. Hamas denies there are tunnels under the hospital, which says it's sheltering 40,000 displaced Palestinians, treating the wounded and the helpless from Israel's intensifying ground operations. Amir Ulo is an Israeli reserve colonel and first went into a Gaza tunnel in 2007.
It's a small place, crowded, dark place.
Since then, Israel's military has been training in its own mock tunnels built by the U.S. Army. In the past 3 days, Israel has been dropping bombs to cave in Hamas's networks.
And there are international hostages in those tunnels. How does that complicate the invasion?
We are realistic. I'm not telling you that we are not going to face losses. We are not seeking for war. We are seeking for peace. But when it's time to war, we know how to fight. And we will do it, and we will prevail.
And Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has framed this conflict as the battle for Israel's very survival. But Nate, the families of those hostages are concerned, are fearful that they will not come out of this alive.
Yeah, I completely understand those fears. Ramy Inocencio in Tel Aviv, thank you.